This is the First Amendment of the Constitution. I got a constitutional right of self-representation. I got a constitutional right of freedom of speech. I got a constitutional right of freedom of assembly. The 1964 Public Accommodations Act give me right to access the courts. All right? So I've been making a documentary about Baltimore, and that's covered under the Constitution. My intellectual property. The state of Maryland and the state of Illinois stole my intellectual property. It's called the Minority Report, the Great American Outhouse. And if you go to Erek, Barron, Department of Justice, I need justice in 2023. Erek, Barron, Ivan Bates, Judge Carrion, Governor Westmore, and Governor Hogan. Governor Hogan been knowing about this since 2014. It's about Scott Shellenberger and the corruption in the court. I'm with Creative Alliance. I'm a member of Creative Alliance, and this is part of my art exhibit in the past, art and activism. I'm an activist. That's Governor Hogan. He got this. And y'all got to respond to this because it's my constitutional right. I'm an activist just like PFK Boone and Boyd Rutherford. I ran against you in the 2014 elections. Y'all had me taken off the ballot. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Shorty, pull your mask up? No, we're going to unmask Baltimore. That's Mayor Brandon Scott. That's Marilyn Mosby. That's Anthony Brown. And that's Anthony Brown from 2014. That's Delegate Stephanie Smith. And that's Dwayne Davis. That's Chief Justice Mary Barbera and a torn page. And that's Natasha from the Public Defender's Office. And that's Delegate Jill P. Carter. Mayor Brandon Scott, we opening up a can of whoop ass. That's Jacobson. This is from 2014. And I filed this paperwork with the court. George Nelson from the City Solicitor's Office. I filed it with Greg Bernstein on February the 2nd, 2011 at 8:52 a.m. Greg Bernstein had this. So I refiled my paperwork with Xavier Conway. He got my paperwork. You see the date? January 13th. City, county, state, and federal levels. We're talking about the prison industry and the interstate compact. All right? We're talking about a $54 million lawsuit against Governor O'Malley. You see that? Received the circuit court. I am Dred Scott. That's from 2010. All right? And Jill P. Carter had this. That's Dear Governor O'Malley in my store on Falls Road. This is my third letter to you. That's the office of the Governor O'Malley. And that's Anthony Brown, Shorty Davis. Y'all kidnapped me in 2011 so I couldn't have this documentary. But I got the DVD. This is the District Court of Maryland, Baltimore County. All right? Plaintiff, Dwayne Davis. I filed a suit against y'all and y'all refused to give me access to the court. That's violating my constitutional right. You feel me? Y'all filed motions and subpoenas to squash subpoenas. This is all legal mail. Dwayne G. Davis, State of Maryland, Governor O'Malley, Baltimore Chief Johnson, States Attorney Greg Bernstein, and Scott Shellenberger. Y'all running a criminal enterprise, and that's against the law. And Erek Barron got the evidence. Exhibit 1. Chief Commissioner Frederick Belfield. You see that? That's a legal notice. And that's a case. Exhibit 2. Police Commissioner Belfield. That's Commissioner Johnson, Commissioner Belfield, and y'all got to turn over that evidence. Baltimore City Police Department, 2012. Police Commissioner Belfield, subpoena. You see that? Exhibit 2. Harry Spikes III. That's Congressman Cummings' community liaison. Motion to squash subpoena and protective order. It was about Governor O'Malley and the money you're making off of black bodies. Now Ivan Bates want to do the same thing and reinvent slavery. He want to lock up young youth in Baltimore. That's Judge Carrion. That's my son, Philip Davis. All right? And we're talking about the criminalization of poverty. That's my son, and we're going to talk about your juvenile justice system. That's 2009. That's Governor O'Malley. And that's Pastor Jerome Stevens from Senator Hardin's office. That's the United States Constitution. First Amendment. Freedom of speech. All right, can you hear this? We flushing toilets down the hole. That's my political soapbox. From Waukegan, Illinois to Maryland. Governor O'Malley got 52 members of the Democratic Party that have running a criminal enterprise. Ain't no law against making a movie. It's covered under the Constitution. Shorty, pull your mask up. Go to Judge Carrion today.